Welcome, adventurers, to Chapter 14 of the Tales of Grukkbok. As we awoke from camp outside of Unrest, we decided that maybe we should change our tactics around for this cook-off. Maybe instead of looking the part, we should learn how to make a really good dish that everyone could enjoy. We heard that barbecue was becoming all the rage in Antonica, so we decided to find the best barbecue chef in Norath to learn from. And it just so happened that it was a kobold named Foodmaster Ragnar, who lived in the Warrens on the continent of Odas. We booked a port over the seas, got bound and rooted, and then it was off into the tunnels of the Warrens. Most of the doggos didn't mind my presence, but they really started drooling at the sight of Alternus's skeletal servant. They couldn't be contained, and so we were forced to murder our way down to the kitchen. We found Foodmaster Ragnar and his buddy Smithy Rargan, so I told Volt and Drift to wait outside. However, as I approached the Foodmaster and Smithy, they saw what they thought would be perfect ingredients to their next meal. Alternus's skeleton jobacab. Their palate could not wait, and they sprung on us in full melee.
Oh, hey!
I got too close.
What are you doing? Leave the blueberry alone! Foodmaster Ragnar, it wasn't supposed to be this way!
We slayed him, so I decided I should check his pockets for the secret recipe. But all he had was a few copper pieces. It looked like he would keep his secret sauce with him into the afterlife. For now. While we waited to see if his god chose him to return to our plane, we decided to make our way through the tunnels, slaughtering any kobold who chose to oppose us. This got me thinking, maybe kobold sliders would make an excellent Gruk hut dish. We came to a giant open room, where many kobolds seemed to be training and fighting each other. Not to be left out, I waded into the fray with swords shimmering a bloody death to any kobold who faced them. For the glory of Ralosek! However, as I rejoiced, I turned the corner and found myself face to face with a room full of angry kobolds and their trainer, Duxgar. I could feel myself weakening, and my faith in myself and Ralos faltered. I ran for help, but Trift had already come to my aid and cracked the trainer's skull with her staff. I went into a berserker frenzy and charged back into the battle once again. We stood knee-deep in kobold corpses. We progressed further into the dungeon-like home of the kobolds, only to find a true dungeon, held down by jailer Macrar. Upon killing him, Rallo shined his blessing down upon me, and I was now level 15. We found a few erudite prisoners and decided we could probably free them with a few keys we found on the jailer's corpse. However, when we walked in, an angry cat lady jumped on top of me and started to claw at my eyes. We took down the angry kitty and freed the erudite. In return, he gave us a pump of experience. However, when I freed the lady erudite, she just smiled at Volturnus and put the chains back on.
Oh, captured erudite bats her eyelashes seductively. I would be immensely pleased if someone would free me from these shackles.
We circled back to Foodmaster Ragnar, who apparently remembered us from his previous existence and once again charged us with full ferocity. Unfortunately for him, his ferocity could not compare with my blades and strength. And, once again, he had hidden his recipe from my clutches. We made another cycle through the kobold corridors, until all of a sudden, we spotted another ogre, making his way through the halls. I chased him, but in my excitement, I forgot about the hordes of kobolds who now thirsted for vengeance. I was blinded and being attacked by a pack of human hounds. This ogre introduced himself as Burrito Bandito, and he wiggled his magic hands about and saved us from the hairy situation. He requested an invite to our group. Can a fellow ogre join your group? However, Drift was wary of this handsome helper.
Give him a test to see if he really is an ogre. Ask him something only an ogre would know.
I nodded. Spell banana. Burrito responded.
B-A-N-X-pound-S-L-W-N-A?
Oh, he checks out.
Yeah, let me give you my shaman buffs,
Burrito said. And suddenly this breeze of clarity flowed through my brain. I felt a fiery shielding flow across my skin, and then Burrito took off.
Ogres are the best. Good old random ogres.
Says other ogres.
We then hacked our way to the little throne room of Prince Bragnar. With so many kobolds around, we were worried about a large train. But then, once again, Burrito showed up. Only this time, he was a fire elemental. I didn't know ogres could do that sort of thing. He then lulled the entire room so we could take on the prince one-on-one, which I thought was pretty cool. Until the prince slapped me across the face with arm touch on his first attack.
God!
Did you forget about the hand touch?
I didn't think he was gonna pop it off the first thing. I was gonna be like down the road.
I mean, why would you hang on to his skill like that? Just use it immediately.
Maybe if I just stop attacking, he'll leave me alone. Oh God. Oh, the pain. I'm bleeding.
He pounded on me until I had to limp away. Luckily, Triff was able to take over the aggro, and we were able to finish the job.
Don't worry, that's what the tub of flesh is here for, guys. That right there.
Just to take that shot.
Holy crap!
We then found out that we were very much not alone in these tunnels, as a crew was pulling massive trains to help another fighter level quickly. We followed one of these trains until I noticed a familiar corpse lying amongst the dead. Foodmaster Ragnar! Perhaps if he wasn't fighting us, he wouldn't have thought about hiding his recipe. And sure enough, upon his corpse there lay a delicious brisket of barbecued erudite. With the slab of Flavor Town in my possession, we were getting closer to being able to challenge Boomba to this cook-off.
We did it! We have found the barbecue recipe of erudites, which I don't think the people in Erudin will be very happy about. But
No, it's good.
But
You don't have to whip out your barbecued meat for everybody you come across.
I
Disagree with that.
With the zone mostly empty, we made our way down into the throne room of the kobolds, where I sat in the king's wicker chair. However, Warlord Durd was less than thrilled with this desecration of his king's fancy outdoor furniture that they brought inside, and came out and clapped me across the head. Luckily, once again Burrito, sometimes Ogre Man, once again came in and pulled off the beast before I was slain. Turns out the high-ranking pupper people hit real hard like, and this was only the beginning of a chaotic turn of events. The kobold avatar started to repopulate all around us. Lorekeeper Rogik tore across the chamber at Triff, and as we engaged, High Shaman Drogik appeared and blinded us all. Where was our aid in this time of need? Burrito had gotten distracted. But with what? And then, I peeked away from my melee, and I saw the largest tadpole ever hopping around the throne room, hanging on to Burrito's backside. It was the fabled Muggle Worm. I could feel the joy of Rollo's Zek burst forth as the carnage ensued, filling me with level 16. But then, Triff fell to the Lorekeeper, and I was stuck facing him all alone. We traded blows and my rage consumed me. Overwhelmed, Lorekeeper Rogik turned his tail and tried to run, but I cut him down in the middle of the chaos. With no time to waste, I ignored my wounds and charged into combat with the Muggle Worm. I caught glancing blows across its sides until I landed a crippling blow. Little did I know that this small success would bring about my doom. Another crippling blow. Then, the Muggle Worm had had enough. He turned on me and with the lashing of his sticky tongue, smote me into the ethereal wonders of death once again. Ralos pulled his favor from me, and I was once again 15. Feeling bad, Burrito then dragged my corpse to the entrance along with Kobold High Shaman Drogik. I strapped on my gear and took vengeance on the Kobold caster. This alone was not enough to appease the Warlord, but before I could commune with my mighty deity, the Muggle Wump was back! This time, while we were able to concentrate on the terrifying tadpole, we cut him down and the Warlord rewarded us with our 16th level once again. Although we appreciated all the help that Burrito Bandito had provided for us, Triff's warning about him lying about being an ogre still bothered me.
Show us your true form, Burrito Bandito. I must know the truth.
Burrito nodded and stood. He said,
The truth is, I live on in your minds as an ogre forever.
With a wiggle of his fingers and a wave of his arms, he disappeared into nothingness before us.
Not gonna give it to us. He's gone.
No! Burrito! Oh my gosh, he did it to us!
No way.
What?
With a mystery unsolved, we camped for the night. Check out our Grukkbok series every Tuesdays and Thursdays on YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss an episode.